Hear me now.
Uh, Asterisk, they cannot hear us.
They can't hear me, I believe. Can they hear you?
Hello?
Yes. No sound, cannot hear talking. I think it was just me, because I muted myself. Anyways, going back to the entire thing, welcome to Trinity Continuum Anima Masks in the Mirror. I am incredibly tired, as you can see. I forgot to do some of the things, but we have a wonderful game coming up, and we have a wonderful group of people to play it with. And if you have any of, if you're interested in any of the things that Onyx Path is working on right now, go to the onyxpath.com for their Monday meeting notes. There is a bunch of stuff that is coming out in the pipeline. There specifically, I believe that there is a Exalted Essence Player's Guide that is going to be, the campaign is going to be live on BackerKit on March 27th. It is a great system if you like rolling d10s. With that being said, though, let's introduce the players and who they're playing. Starting with my left, which, Red. How about you go for it?
Hello, everyone. I'm Red, known as Red Wendigo 13 or Faborn Phyrexian, depending on where on the internet you know me. Sort of just a D&D nomad, playing where I can. You can also catch me on Lawful Stupid RPG on Wednesday nights, where I run the Binding Malevolence Domain of Dread, based on Resident Evil The Village. We are almost done. They are about to fight Mother Miranda. Very exciting. So, and today I am playing Dr. Sam, or Wild.
Perfect. And then we're just gonna jump over to the other side. Max.
Hello, I'm Max. I'm not in any other shows than that, but running a lot of games on the internet and trying to keep it kind of professional at least. I am playing Joseph Conrad, a tired veteran, and his alter ego, Magisterium, in the game.
Yeah, just for everybody's that hasn't come into Trinity Continuum Anima before, we are playing both a character and the character that they play in a video game. And a character.
I'm the dude
Like a
playing another dude
character
disguised
and
as
the
another
character.
And the character and the character. Very fun stuff. Anyways, nobody knows what order I'm going in. Luna, why don't you go and introduce yourself right next?
Yeah, hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on all the social medias, including on Twitch, where I stream. You may have seen me a time or two over on the Rolling Nomads, where you should totally check us out if you like Vampire the Masquerade, Dungeons and Dragons, or Old Gods of Appalachia, which was just announced. But today I will be playing Sophie Ryder / Morgan Vex.
Very excited. Very exciting stuff. Last but not least, Kelly.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Clark. I am a writer, performer, voice actor, tired guy, and host over at Dork Tales, where we do tons of content. Most recently, we did Vampire the Transylvania Chronicles last night. We also did Old Gods of Appalachia. We just finished our first season of that. You're gonna have a hell of a lot of fun. I hope you all cop a bunch of Southern voices as you do it. It's gonna tell me when that broadcast I want to watch. But yeah, come watch us. We're lots of fun, and we like you. So why don't you like us? I am playing Lachlan, also known as what's it? Nurse every time. Bright Witch Riku, who is not a nurse, but probably has that alternate skin, because hey, you got to make some side hustle somehow. That's me. I'm ready to play John Wick, the anime girl.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah, and then there's also me. You may call me I'm known as AsteriskVtuber on Twitch. I am a composer, voice actor, and streamer, I guess. And I like to run games. I like to write them, and I like to write music for them. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff as well, but doesn't matter right now. Regardless, like I said, I can't even remember my own spiel, let alone. But there is one thing I do remember, is that last time we got to a really, really nice little point in time in our game where you got to talk to one of the most vile human beings I've ever written. So that's fun. At least I will say I only wrote the how she is. I never wrote the character themselves. The character was already part of the system called Marissa Cassell, and she's the CEO of Optech. And the lot of you all found out that Optech is trying to completely bulldoze through all of the Blackwell district, the slums they call it, specifically because they need server space. And they have no plans to help relocate anybody. They have no plans to do anything for any of the people that are displaced. But it'll be for the good of mankind, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. You know, sacrifice the few, help out the many. But she also did mention that of all of the problems that all of you may potentially have, there is one particular problem that you can't ignore. And that is Alexander Farkas. And even she doesn't know what he's planning, and she has no idea on what scale. So you exit her vehicle, especially after Sam almost tried stabbing her in the eye.
Sorry about that. Could have allowed it.
But something failed. Something made it
Whoopsie.
very, very closely not a reality, I would say. And Lachlan also found out a little bit more about both Marissa Cassell and also potentially Alexander Vargest. With that little bit over with, you are all standing right in front of your safe house. She dropped you off at the safe house, almost like a small little showing of, oh yeah, no, I know where you work out of. What do all of you want to do at this point?
I don't know. What now, guys?
I was just thinking, we're kind of hamstrung by this.
Yeah, no, this sucks. Real bad. Should we tell? I feel like if we tell people, it's just going to cause an uprising real fast.
Just
Yeah,
more
or
death.
people will, or they'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
So what? We pick a couple of people that we like particularly much to move out of the district.
And everyone else to. Who knows?
Gotta love late-stage capitalism.
No, I don't accept that. We can't leave anybody behind. There's gotta be another way.
Well, maybe we don't have a choice. Maybe sometimes you have to leave some people behind.
But the whole district?
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, you're certainly not kidding. We're kind of left in a shitty situation. But I think our next move should be to figure out whatever the hell Alexander Vargas is up to.
Yeah. I think that's our only option, really.
Well, if the dragon lady herself is scared of whatever Vargas is up to, maybe we can get it to work for us.
My thoughts exactly.
That's a good point. I'm not allowed to touch her, and neither are you. But Vargas?
What's
He's
that
our
old
only
saying?
option.
Better the devil you know.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but yeah.
That one too. There's a lot of old sayings that apply here. Especially
How
one
about
about
my
shit
dad
creek
can
and
beat
no
up
cattle.
your dad?
That one too.
Well, let's go find Daddy then.
All right.
So you guys
Joseph,
head back
Sophie,
inside?
any leads?
I mean, didn't you guys... correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute. Didn't they say they found him in the game?
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
okay.
They did technically communed with the source code, I would say.
Yep.
is the good way to put it.
Sam accidentally accessed his higher fucking self.
It was kind of an insane roll. Yeah, I love that.
Well, any leads? I mean, I wasn't there when you said you talked to the code of the game and it was in his voice.
Yeah, still trying to wrap my head around that one.
Well, that's one place we could start, I guess.
If we can get back there. Kind of stumbled into it by accident.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's easier once you've been there already. I guess there's nothing
Maybe.
else we know to try. Well, then, to the other verse, I guess.
With that, I'll assume that all of you take the time to all head inside and get yourself situated. Zoom yourselves into the game once more. The lights kind of once more flooding around your senses as this bright light in the middle kind of gets closer and closer. Colors swirling as you log back into the game, and this time right at your save point where you all stopped before, there are 3 faceless AI that stand in front of you. And one of them once more takes the face of Izzy. and steps up. We were waiting for when you would next come.
Now this once will explain how ends justify the means, I suppose. I'll get to the point.
I believe we have no say in what our Creator wants. We were just here to make sure that all of you are here.
Or what exactly?
A tour. And with that, the AIs kind of walk to the side, and you see the fantasy version of Cascade in front of you. Once again, the bustling kind of traffic of people walking by and talking and having fun. Their lives just basically picturesque in every single way. Shall we get going?
I'll look back to my companions.
Yeah, the suggestions? Guess not.
Lead the way.
The AI just continues walking forward, and without a word leads you through families that are working, others kind of greeting each other and talking amongst themselves. Also times you can see these different stores that are manned and not being held up by any sort of gangs or whatnot. There's nothing seems out of place. Nothing seems off. There are no problems. Just continuing forward, and you notice that you walk straight past the. You continue to walk straight past that magic shop. The owner, which very, very similarly looks like the CFO that you've seen before, is smiling, looking around, looks at the four of you, and then just continues on, kind of peddling his wares. The AI, after a while on this tour, kind of going through a lot of what would seem like the real world equivalent of the Blackwell district, just turns and, well, how is everything here? Peaceful, is it not?
Yeah,
Here.
I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say it's.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, do you know where Daddy Vargas is?
I
It'd be
wouldn't.
really nice if you could lead us to him.
My I
please?
I suppose that. And then something kind of clicks and just. Right, this way.
I just
And
realized I've been muted this whole time.
that is
You've
unfortunate.
just been. Did you have a glitch?
Yes, a glitch. My
You were
mic
just
was not picking
overwhelmed by
up.
my feminine wiles.
We'll go with that.
You continue walking through the streets in a different way, and further and further into the wilderness. And it's almost as if some of the wilderness starts to be a little bit fuzzy and hazy until it changes. And you see in front of you that upside down pyramid that you were diving into. You walk through, and as soon as you reach the very, very bottom where the tip is, there's a beam of light. Step through there, please.
What is on the other side?
Your audience. You wish to speak to the
Fine.
creator.
All right, but if this eviscerates me, I'm going to be very upset. Bonsai. And they're going to jump in.
Like the tree? No, you jump. No.
Yeah, like the tree. Like the tree.
Riku jumps in, and immediately the light kind of envelops, and yeah, she's transported somewhere. You have no idea
I
where
will
she is.
follow.
Yeah, follow.
I'll ask those kind of things. Do you just follow Vargas?
No. We've been taught to be self-sufficient.
Do you have any agency in what's going, his plans, and what's gonna happen?
Of course. Time dilation is a thing when it comes to this world. We have had the time to ponder all longer than what any of you could have. And this is just the right way.
Okay, I'm glad you're happy. I'll follow everyone.
You will be as well, as you continue inside. A similar glow to what Sam had felt before when you reach out into this realm. There seems to be nothing but light, but now everything kind of is shaped more. There are not necessarily polygons, but platforms, different platforms that are created from each side. You can see these glowing white platforms that are floating around to the side. A walkway kind of leads you, not necessarily to a throne, but it has steps. And there is a small circle that's floating kind of in the midair. Differing shades of white and light kind of moving, floating around to the side of you. And there, with long silver hair and just regular tunic, stands a person. You could see little hints that he just got finished digitizing and made into being. small little electric pieces kind of fit into place as it slowly incorporates him.
Hi.
Greetings.
A pleasure to see you again.
Again.
I was told that one of you were in the boardroom, and I apologize for that. You were not supposed to be there. Inside. He kind of turns around and looks directly at Magisterium.
Wow. Hard to account for everything, right?
There is no accounting for everything. There is one particular person that I would expect to have survived that, and she did. And that was also unfortunate.
She is rather resilient. I tried to end her life myself.
Yeah, about that. Can you help with that? She's kind of a raging bitch, and we're hoping that you can, I don't know, have her drop her vibrator in the tub, something that just, assuming it's battery or it's wall operated, maybe a toaster if that doesn't work.
Then I assume you see things my way, then.
We have no freaking idea, man. What's your
What
way?
is your way?
This way,
You're-
yeah, like,
Like,
Well,
yeah. Man, I'm sorry, Lou. You like sound as if we should know what your freaking way is. How
Yeah.
would we? I mean, you're supposed to be smart, right?
Hey, are you a Nova?
that was direct.
Or are you? Well, I mean, we're at the end game, so like, this is the end game. Oh God, please say this is the end game. I don't have much more time to grind.
Did you enjoy the tour? All of you.
Yeah, it's nice here.
That is
Oh,
one
I
of
didn't.
that is one of infinite different cities, environments. And if you didn't enjoy that one, Magisterium, there must be one that you would enjoy. Uh-oh.
Apologies. I lost connection to the server.
That is perfectly fine.
This is why we keep telling you to not connect to the whatever this game is, to Terra Surge with Comcast.
Yeah, that is a problem. I just realized everybody's changed. I need to.
Oh no, I'm shorter than I used to be.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I. Oh.
Everybody's changed.
Everybody hurts sometime. Sorry. This is like ADHD and less sleep than I need, combining their powers together.
Oh, 100%. Me too. It was great.
Isn't it great when you get two tired ADHD people and they just start stim songing at each other?
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh
There.
my God.
Oh my God. Oh
Okay,
my God.
Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on.
No,
There were
it was
two of
great
you.
because there were two of you, and it fixed the cameras before it messed the cameras up, if that makes sense. That was perfect. It was a perfect amount of time. After the random disconnect, I would say, Vargas just looks around and just. I suppose it is probably easier to understand that I am a Nova, indeed. This Terra Surge, all of this, was created to show you the one thing that I understood far, far, far long ago, even during the wars. you all realize this in some degree, that we view things in our dimensions. We view things in our lives in a very, very small scope. And things matter to you. All things matter because you deem it so. But we live in someone else's story. Terror Surge is my homage to that. Because if everything matters to some degree and everything has to end, why not have it matter and end on your own terms? As living beings, there is a sense that you wish to continue to live. Until that will to live is no more, there will always be a will, a wish for you to continue living. And your tour outside, you see them. You see those that are memories. They think that they're memories, but they're not. They're living. Just like you. Just like me. What's the difference? What world
Did
we
you do
live
this
in?
to my sister?
Your sister was one of
It
the...
was a yes and no question.
one of the firsts that didn't make it. Their bodies
she's
were not
alive.
compatible. She is. I kept them alive. I kept all of them alive. Marissa Cassell's glass is not compatible with everybody, with all humans. Optech and their glass, if they expand their network, there will be much more deaths. And they aren't necessarily going to happen immediately. But that is how constitutions work. One moment you're fine, the next moment you overheat, have a fever. I just happen to be there as a safety net, capturing their consciousness before they do pass.
Oh, it's Optic's fault.
Why don't some of them remember who they were?
They have a choice. Some want to, some don't. Wouldn't you have ever wanted to live another life?
Not if I had a child, no. I would not want to forget her.
It depends on the person. I understand.
Some
That doesn't seem
things...
like him. But then again, I suppose I didn't know him as well as I thought.
Possibly.
I would say that some things might fall between the cracks. But that would... like I said, like you said, actually, you can't account for everything.
How do we stop this? Stop her.
If you wish to stop what she wants to do, you need to help me infiltrate the Optech corporate building. The central server in the building has the source code, all of it that we need to tap into all of Glass without any sort of connection to the game. However much people that I could have saved, the ones that they swept away that didn't actually play Terra Surge, well, once I have the connection to everybody, I also have connection to Marissa Cassell.
What are you gonna do with that? Like, are you gonna... Is this all just a big con to like... Hold on. I don't know if he's smart enough for this. I think Kelly's figured it out, but I don't think... I'm gonna roll my cunning real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Nope. This sounds like a great idea. We should do it. This will fuck her up. I failed.
I think Red has also figured this out, but Sam's flabbergasted and will say nothing.
The ending of this game is going to be great. I can tell you that right now. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Yep.
I'm too tired to put two and two together. I'm ready to be surprised. Great.
Hey.
Same.
Great. I love it.
Callie and I are just burdened with glorious porpoise.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Very
R,
simple.
R.
Then we have no problems or issues.
Plenty of problems and issues, but you are the lesser of two evils, and so we will acquiesce to your request.
I will mention that the people of Blackwell District will not need to move out or have their homes bulldozed.
Great. We'll just make it happen then.
What's your end point, sir?
We live in a story. Wouldn't you want to control it to some degree?
Yeah, sure. Also very enigmatic.
Well, sometimes making everything seem clear just confuses you.
Confusing me usually confuses you, but whatever, I guess. I mean, I can't make you explain yourself.
We will get you to the server room.
Yeah,
That is my end
seems
goal.
like our best option.
To have control of whatever glass represents.
I have
And we
one
can go from
request
there.
of you.
Speak.
And as Wild speaks, the white light that glows around his mask suddenly turns red. Do not make it quick for her. And then he is going to turn and walk out.
She made an impression. I would say.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, well. She threatened everything.
So what do we have to get inside? Are you just gonna hop in our glass? Or do you give us like a data drive?
As long as you're in the server room, as long as you breach their physical security to get there, just being in the room is enough.
Oh, okay. That's nice and easy.
It will be tough.
Oh.
And I assume that you already know that Marissa Cassell is also a Nova.
Mm-hmm.
Her abilities come from her being able to manipulate how people think. So for her to not garner such, or for her to garner such anger, she's being a little prideful in not using her abilities.
Oh no, I know of it being prideful. Never would have seen that coming. You guys are like hubris incarnated.
burdened with the extra knowledge that that most people don't have, I would say.
Seems kind of self-superior, don't you think? Like, oh no, I've got a big tumor in my brain that gives me magical powers. I'm so much better than you. Oh my God, right? Like, it's just,
Look, I tried very hard to let everybody know. I tried during the wars to tell everybody how meaningless it is. All of it is. And they branded me a cult leader.
that's true.
You know,
Well,
if you, from your line of work better than anyone, it's easier to silence those with knowledge beyond comprehension rather than to understand and explain it.
well, I mean,
Or
like,
buy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, two little pieces of lead to the forehead generally solve most problems, but I think we're a little beyond that at this point. So, just don't actually be playing some type of like 5D chess that's going to like fuck us over, okay? Because I'll be very upset and uh, I mean, I probably can't do anything, but I'm going to be really upset. And that would be really rude because I think that we're becoming friends right now. And if you want to change my opinion of Novas, then this is a good place to start.
Exactly. Utopia for everyone.
Sounded so cult leader. Oh my. You wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, like seriously, it's definitely you're giving off the creepy vibes with that one.
There's a lot of
Mm.
those.
Doesn't utopia mean nowhere anyway? So nowhere for everyone.
Essentially, you could say that.
Uh-huh.
But, well, it depends on how you interpret it.
Nowhere like Never Never Land, let's say.
There must be
Okay,
some way that some place that all of you wish to be with
right
your
now,
friends, you with your family.
right now, just inside of the server room.
Yes, we have a mission to do.
I'll keep your sister safe. She has been hunted by my AI for being non-compliant.
It sounds like her.
But
Uh,
I'll change it. I'll fix it.
wait, did you already know that she was being hunted and then you just let them do it anyway, huh?
Good luck.
It's kind of a dick move. Okay.
The the light kind of spins a little bit. The platform also just kind of pulls apart, and you're separated from where he's standing as he starts dematerializing once more, kind of floating back into all of everything around. And then you log out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I forgot these cameras are changed again as well. I wish that I could just change all of it for both screens, but that's wishful thinking.
That would be too easy.
No, that is way too easy, and everything has to be hard. Okay, so now you are back in your safe house. Just the four of you. I think Sam was back a little bit faster than everybody else. You notice that when you come back to consciousness, that everybody was still in the game. Was there anything anybody wants to do?
I think Sophie would immediately get to work trying to pull up building schematics.
Building schematics that are public knowledge, I would say you already have. Is there anything specific that you want to get outside of that, though?
All the ground floor exits, accessible vents, entry points, essentially.
Okay. I would like you to first make a technology check with any of your mental attributes.
Michael, maybe I can help with my security accesses from my past and contacts. Might have something.
You could also help make your role, I would say a command role with your securities as well, with any sort of mental attribute. This will be the second part of things. Remember, this is because it is Optech, everything has at least 1 degree of difficulty. Whenever there is something that I would say has more degrees of difficulty, I would mention it, but right now you are rolling with understanding that at least there is 1 degree of difficulty that you have to buy off before getting a success.
Does my hacker skills edge help me buy that off? Because it gives me a point of, what's the word? Enhancement?
Yeah, it does. It's just
Hell
buys
yeah.
it off.
I know my abilities.
Great, because so I don't have to go and search for it. Anybody else want to do anything in the meantime?
I'll 4 successes.
4 successes? Okay. And
without the buyout.
Okay, so would you want to buy it out for 3?
I would do, yeah.
Okay. So 3 successes. I will mark that for after Sophie's roll.
5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. And then that's already with the buyout because of the edge. You manage to not only come up with much more of the floor plan, knowing that even though it spires upwards, that it's not necessarily underground or anything, anywhere further underground, but it's in the center. It's not at the very, very top, but it's at the center, around the 25th floor, that is completely empty, as this blueprints and schematics say. So it's really weird that you go from the 24th floor to the 26th floor and there's nothing there in an entire floor. So much so that the 26th floor and the 24th floor, when you kind of calculate it, they are split like 2 to 3 floors distance as well, like height distance.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a large gap in the middle of the building that is unaccounted for in any of the blueprints. Looking on with Joseph's knowledge and also security knowledge from his work, his private security work as well, you know that you could say that there are vents that travel around the area, but it's probably safer as a whole to find maintenance elevators, because regular elevators will not get into that that entire area. There are only either private elevators or service elevators. And with the 5 successes, you have located one of the service elevators that are a little bit that that you could access, but it is secure. There should be at least security going through there.
That shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'll relay all this information.
Okay. Anything that Lachlan or Sam wants to do?
Actually, contact his boss and see if there's any way that she can help, because he's gonna say that he wants to put like a bug in there or something.
Okay. Yeah, you make.
Actually, you know what? No, she said that that this person is untouchable. Never mind. He is just going to order a pizza.
Pizza sounds good.
Pizza sounds great.
As you guys are,
And then like clean his guns. That's about it.
there are, remember, there is like a wall of guns that you could potentially use if you needed them, that is available to you. Unfortunately, there's not an arsenal of just surgical knives for Sam, so that'll be it's not like a different scalpels or whatnot, different caliber scalpels. That would be really weird.
Different caliber scalpels.
It's okay. I have the one I need.
But there is enough for all of you if you needed them. And I need to take a little bit of a break, so we're going to do so and for like 10 minutes or something like that for us to get back on the stream. But until then, we'll see you then. 10 minutes. this time I remembered to unmute.
Yay!
So everything popped in perfectly. Well, we're back. With that being said, though, you have the plans, and you have kind of the knowing where the service elevator is and whatnot. Does anybody want to, try to come up with a plan or any way to kind of go into it, or are we wanting to hop right into just tackling a gigantic corporation with just 4 people? How do you guys want to go about this?
We've made worse decisions.
True.
How far inside is the server room?
It's in center, 25th floor.
All right, we need a plan. It's not like we can just go in there and go, oh, pizza delivery.
While
Hey, we
he's
have
eating
pizza now.
By the
Right.
way, pizza delivery.
Why not? Yeah. Sam entertains the thought for a moment, just like,
Well, what did you have in mind?
I don't know. How about a riot? We got all these people in the Blackwell districts that want to cause, that want to get revenge. Why not let them? Have them protest the outside of Optech. Throw some rocks. The old-fashioned way.
that's not a bad idea, actually.
Well, I agree it's not a bad idea. I would say people would die, but at this point, it's kind of pick your poison.
Joseph, you still work security, right?
Well, yeah.
Any way you can make sure that you get on rotation when they call in extra security for a riot?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
And if you're on security for Optech, that means you probably have some type of access card, right? To be able to move around and secure things.
Depending on the job, but yeah.
Okay. Well, get that. Go up. Bada bing.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Sounds sound.
Sounds like the best we can do.
Yeah.
So who's going to call for the riot?
I will call Izzy.
How did everything go? Did you kick their asses?
It's a very long story. Listen, I will essentially give the Cliff Notes version of what has happened, emphasizing the Optech wanting to push everyone out of the Blackwell district.
That fucking bitch.
Yeah. I know we've been wanting to make some noise for a while. I think now's the time.
Well, I know a few people that are gonna be happy about it, but getting there is gonna be a problem. There's no way that we can have as many people as you would want, even close to the building. They're probably gonna be monitoring everything.
You're probably right, yeah. It'd be hard to mobilize that many people that quickly.
How about... Oh, that's not the hard part. Sophie, if you could help us. Can you
so?
tap into the... Well... Joel the other day got a little bit of a, well, let's say we have an upper hand. He got the access codes to the traffic lights around the area. Easiest way to put it. Are you able to help delay reinforcements? 'Cause you know how fast they mobilize.
Right.
We can
We have
hide
some-
in the light, but I just need time to prepare.
Of course. I believe I can make that happen. We have someone on the inside who will be with their reinforcements.
Okay. That
So I
sounds
can
good
probably
too.
coordinate something, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll call people up. We'll get it ready.
Excellent.
I'll let you know when we are done.
Excellent. I'll make it happen.
She gives you the access code that they were able to pick up. And at this point, I would say give me a would I want a, it's not necessarily just a technology check here. I think this would be a larceny check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Oh, perfect.
I'm good at crime.
Good. Excellent.
Larceny and what?
Any of your mental attributes.
Oh, perfect.
Good at thinking and crime. Great. Amazing.
Yeah. Best kind.
When planning riot, you must be good at crime and thinking, apparently. Was there anything that anybody wanted to explicitly prepare for this venture, when it comes to weapons or anything?
I do think so, actually.
Okay.
I think Sam wants to use some of the chemicals in his medical kit to make an anesthetic syringe so that he can stick someone and make them loopy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Totally doable. Give me a medicine and any of your mental attributes for it.
All right, just one moment if you don't mind.
It'll be, for that particular one, I can let you know that it is two successes to succeed. But when you fail, it doesn't necessarily mean you fail. Well, actually, no. Let's do 2 successes with 2 degrees of difficulty. As in, you technically need 4 successes for it to do exactly what you want. But if you want to just succeed and not buy off the difficulty, it might just do something different.
Okay.
The dosage might be off slightly.
Okay.
And it's up to you to buy them off as well.
Yeah. One sec. Wow. That is unfortunate. His successes are 7s.
Yes.
I roll 7 dice and I got 1 success.
Okay. Well,
That's tough.
yeah, that is quite tough. You don't make anything usable, unfortunately.
Okay. Let me make sure I don't have anything here that would help. I might, actually.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second to look up exactly what this means, because I might have something that, role-playing wise, I could be like, well, how about this?
Okay. Yeah. That sounds good. Meanwhile, I will say that, well, what was your roll, Sophie?
3.
3 successes. Perfect. I will say that the timing wise, if you guys are up for it, is that even before, while you are preparing, you will be able to mobilize, not necessarily just a riot, or the riot will be mobilized before you do. So you don't have too much of you have a little bit more leeway of time between when Joseph is called as reinforcements to what you all need to get done. So at this point in time, if you guys are all okay with it, Izzy's already grouped up the people that you need to essentially get there. The idea is you need to funnel the specific people that are coming in as reinforcements and delay them while letting other people through. So, for example, Joseph would be able to go through. And I don't think that part will also need to be role-played. I think the only thing is I would require Joseph to make a command roll to see how many people you're going to be traveling with, actually, if you are able to, or how many people you choose to travel with. Also, Sam, what do you have for me?
Okay, so you can tell me if this is just not how this works, but I do have 3 dots in photographic memory, which gives me eidetic memory, which means I can perfectly remember any detail ever. So could I use that to perfectly remember the exact levels I need to make what I'm trying to make?
I would say with that, I'll allow you 1 extra success.
Okay.
So that you know right now what you have is not the right levels, but it will do a job.
Okay.
And the thing is, even though you're a doctor and you're very calm in this particular situation, you just don't have enough. You didn't have enough of one particular base of the chemical to make sure that it interacts specifically well with someone's bloodstream. So all you have right now is something that, yes, could potentially make them loopy, but depending on their constitution, it could also just knock them out or kill them.
Sam has abandoned the Hippocratic Oath a while ago. I think he's okay with that.
Okay, sounds good. And I think Joseph got like 5 successes on your command.
Yep, that's correct. I also think it's selective Hippocratic Oath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do no harm, but take no shit.
Yeah, that I mean, sure. With that though, Joseph, how would you go about it when you were called in as reinforcements? How would you go about who you're traveling with and what people are going to be in your car? You had as your commander, what's his face? Yeah, what's his face? Why do I keep saying that today? Frederick Pennington, as he lets you know there's been a change of plans. I need you to be in squad car 3. We're having a little bit of a problem down at we're having a little bit of problem down at the Optech building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are my options?
There are no options. I don't know if you heard me. I just need you to be there. You're gonna be riding.
Yeah, well, I was
others.
asking
Oh,
GM
you
Joseph's voice, so that's.
It's up to you.
Confusion.
It's up to you whether or not you want. You have 5 successes, so you can try to use your successes to buy off the idea that you potentially could want to go without having to get back to the office first. So you would just be driving alone, or you could potentially be driving with the group and just being there.
Well, it seems that the group would be more of a hindrance to us at this point, if everyone agrees. Although, if I have an option of like having maybe people I served for a long time that would be more loyal to me in a dangerous situation, maybe. But it seems kind of far-fetched.
It is private security, so you're not necessarily having people that are that much loyal to anything other than the company itself, I would say.
That's what I think. So probably better drive alone, but we'll have some security accesses.
So what would you say? How would you go about it?
Yeah, they'll probably give me some security accesses that I may share with Sophie first and foremost.
What would you say to your commander then?
No, I will drive there, basically.
Okay. By yourself? You know, it's fine. You just get there. 10 minutes. I expect you to arrive.
What's the situation? What
There's
is expected of me?
Well, there is a riot, but it is still non-violent at this time. We're being called in just to help bolster troops, essentially, if they do become violent.
I will just drive quick then, and hope that standing there for some hours will be enough.
Yeah, you get there first. They'll give you armory access, and then we'll continue from there.
All right.
All right. And with that sigh, he ends the transmission. He ends the call. Are you all now headed there?
Believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Let's go.
all- Was there any extra weapons that you would wanna add in, Lachlan? Not. I just wanted to make sure and check in.
Now we got to do this stealth. So I guess just. I guess the only other thing would be asking Mysterium if he can grab another couple of security uniforms. I think that would be the big one.
Security uniforms back at Optech, or because
Or for whatever security firm we're using as a cover.
I'll say Joseph has one extra. I'll say Joseph has one extra.
Who is it
uniform.
sized for out of the three of us?
Most assuredly not Sophie. She's too short. She's little.
How big is Joseph?
Well, I guess I'm between you and Sam.
Okay, so I
Sam's
guess it's...
tall and skinny, but he's not jacked.
Lachlan's like
Oh.
medium jacked.
I think both of you can wear it. It might look a little awkward, but I think it would fit.
Okay.
Kinda.
So it's up to you
All
guys
right.
who you would want to wear it.
Luckily, you should probably wear it. I'm not gonna be good.
All right. I got it.
Okay. So
Besides that, I think just normal stuff.
Sounds good. You get to the Optech building, and it is as extravagant as you expected. They want to have a feel of how would I say it? It's just feel of excellence would be the easiest way to put it. The spire has perfect symmetry, and you notice that there are large beams that look very organically sliding up into the spire. They all kind of turn around and spin through the first couple of floors before connecting towards into the building itself. There are these large doors, large glass doors, and both the first through the third floor, where most of the entire promenade area is completely made of glass, supported by these large beams that kind of spiral into it. The rest of the building, of course, is just a large high-rise, and it stands out. Even in between all of these other high-rises, it definitely stands out. That pearl white, kind of light blue glass look is very, very, not necessarily futuristic, but it definitely seems to try to invoke some sort of feel. With that, though, you do notice, while you are heading up there, that there are a small smattering of ghost wolves with signs and trash cans and amongst other things in tow. And they're already kind of around the area protesting, but there are a few that seem raring to go. There's a line of Optech security guards that are blocking the front entrance right now. And as soon as Joseph arrives, are you going to be right next to him, Lachlan?
Yeah, if he's down with that, sure.
Yeah, sure.
With the two security uniforms, you immediately, the first Optech person that sees you just kind of points you in.
Roger.
Armor's that way.
Yeah, go on.
You can see, as soon as he says that, it's almost absolutely obvious that every single one of them is carrying rifles. They don't look like they're about to use them at all, but the fact that they have them, and this is a peaceful, well, for now, protest.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of signs are being raised, and it seems to be a pretty big deal. How are Sam and Sophie going to kind of navigate around this right now?
I think Sam is going to try to take the fence.
Okay.
I'll be following closely behind Sam.
You give me, if you want to kind of sneak around the entirety of this particular group, I would love if you would give me a physical attribute with larceny, the both of you.
Okay.
The other two, being led into the armory, you realize that the security access that you have, you go into the main entrance, onto the side with the promenade and area and everything. There are two separate doors, like kind of large office doors that separate the outside courtyard and everything that is inside on the other side of the office. The cordons or the bollards are kind of just all piled to the side, and all the security cordons open for you specifically because of your security access. And the doors are actually unlocked as soon as that happens. So once they recognize that you have the scan, if you have the access codes, they just unlock. And you're now stuck in a hallway of, or kind of a mess of hallways that go into the armories, the service exits, and whatnot. Sophie, what did you get?
6. I rolled 3 10s.
Damn.
As Sam kind of navigates around the riots, being in connection with the other 2 of your party members, you definitely get by the eyes of all of these guards. Specifically because Sophie was kind of are able to point out the spots where the cameras are looking out in the courtyard. This is a very open area, but not open enough, as you're able to kind of slink by. You notice that there is a service exit that is right next to a large parking lot, and even the parking lot is a little empty right now when it comes to attendants. All of them are out front, needing to deal with this right now. With that, the 4 of you are able to rendezvous with at a security at a service door right in front of the service elevator. This large elevator that looks like used to carry or transport large machinery and everything. And despite me wanting to run the game a little further, nature is not letting me do so. So I need a little. We would have to go next time to see what happens when we leave the elevator. This is a very, very small session, kind of to confirm where everything is and where everybody is, and I apologize if we weren't able to continue a little further out, but please tune in next time, as this is essentially the beginning of the end for our Masks in the Mirror session. But with that, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for all the players for putting up with me once again. And for that, we're not even going to go through the XP portion of things. Everybody just gets a flat 2 XP for the session. And I would urge everyone to use whatever you have to do whatever you would like for the roles and whatnot. And we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.